Today is April 27th. The Yankees just lost. Boone got ejected. Matt Harvey shoved. Let's talk some Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy, Jake. Recaps galore.
Weekly awards.
Stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy, and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy, and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks, episode number 594. Is that correct? That's stupid. We've done a lot of these. Someone do the math on when we're going to get to our thousandth episode, and Jake's going to do it naked. My name's Jimmy. This is Jake. BBD's in the corner. You said no, and then you said yes. You liked it in the end.
I mean, north and south of the camera.
Yeah.
There could be anything going on right here. I could be Bang Biscuit down there right now, and nobody would know. But
Banging a biscuit. Is that what you just said?
No. I could be.
Yes.
I didn't say that. I
Okay.
could be.
Okay. Fair.
James
How are you doing, Jake?
Davis. Patreon Sam was here. She left. God.
Well, you started talking about banging a biscuit.
So much pressure. I'm all right, man. I mean, you know, it's the I came to grips with April just full-blown sucking last night. Just sucking down on farts all April. You know, I mean, just seeing that energy again, or should I say lack thereof.
Oh, wow.
Harvey actually looked kind of okay. I do think the Yanks helped a little bit, but pumping 95, the off-speed stuff looked okay. It's still just weird like that, you know, when I think mistake last night, he left that hanger to Stan, which Stan hit for a nice double and scored the Yankees, like, most productive run, but still, I think everything right, that's normally about 500 feet. But I'm not going to complain about our best inning of the game. No, it's just, you know, we came into this Baltimore series. BBD had a good tweet on it, and, you know, we were saying, you know, all right, let's get 3 out of 4, maybe 4. And, you know, if it's 3 out of 4 and we beat the Tigers the first game, it's like a 500 month, and we keep on keeping on. Now it's like, all right, pretty big game tonight.
Yeah.
You lose game 2 to the Orioles, and you're fighting for a split to have a month of April with a 400 winning percentage. Everything changes. So it's all right. You know, we lined up some segments for this show. We're having some fun with segments. We got some fun stuff going on to keep our heads above water. Head over water, and you tell me to breathe easy.
For a while, I think.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Yankees had 20 pitches in the zone when they were ahead in the count yesterday. So I don't think Harvey pitched great. I think the Yankees didn't hit.
Well,
I mean,
also
he fell behind like almost every batter.
That ump didn't help out him or Davey. They were pumping low strikes.
Yeah,
and
it's true. It's true. But yeah, 20 pitches in the zone when the Yankees were ahead in the count last night, and they got 0 hits.
Yeah, it's not great. No, at this point, it's a win when someone offers at like a 2-0 pitch or a 2-1 offering. Like Clint fouled off a 2-0 pitch, and I literally gave a let's go. I was like, nice, dude. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. The Orioles, just to show you, they only had 12 pitches when they were ahead in the count in the zone, and they got 2 hits, and one of them was a home run.
Cedric's entertaining, man, huh?
Yankees had 0 hits on 20. So it's the same problems. And, like, I mean, Alex Fast from Pitchers List tweeted out, because I did it in my postgame, like, just get beat on pitches in the zone again. And he segmented it out. Gleyber, I believe. And I think you could do this with every batter. And I think it's really fun watching Yankees fans fight over who's worse right now because they're all bad. You know, obviously, like Gary is looking absolutely awful.
Yeah.
But so is Gleyber. And so is Clint.
Yeah. It's a family party gone awry.
Yeah.
It's like the final scene of an episode of Modern Family where it's like, well, Jay, you didn't get the dry cue. Well, that's because Phil was out there. And it's like,
this famous sitcom where everyone's pointing.
Fantastic.
All the storylines come together and turns out everyone's wrong.
Gio's just in the corner. What up?
What up? Yeah. Yeah, so not good. But Boone did get ejected, which, I don't think we need to save it for the series recap. I think we can just talk about it now because it's hilarious. And I like myself an animated Boone. That's the most mad I've ever seen him. He's always like, Boone's always been a bit respectful when he argues. Like,
Right.
you need to clean it up. I feel bad for you.
Right.
You need to get better. Like, this is a strike. This is a ball. You need to fix this. Like, last night it was just fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I think, I think Boone in the back of his head knew we're getting close to ejection season. First month, the Yanks are eating butt right now. And then, I mean, because balls and strikes have forever in baseball been, it's someone guessing and how well they do, so you could spin it that way, or, sometimes a borderline call. I mean, there was, right as the Yankees replay or non-replay situation happened, there was that call at the Oakland-Tampa game where the guy, pretty clearly slid home safe, and they reviewed it, and they just kept it out, and it's like...
Yeah, I did a breakdown on that one, too.
What a disaster. What are we doing? I think it was Braden or Moylan. I don't know. Combine those two guys, see what happens.
Braden, because it was A's game, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and he was just like, we clearly don't care about improving the product, because this has been a problem now for a little bit. And so that happens right before the Boone ejection, where they don't even let him challenge it. And you did a great job of amplifying that, because you hear the umps get off their piece, but it's still, and then it starts tying into all sorts of other baseball problems where it's kind of like, you got to get off your high horse a little bit. I get it. You just said hey, we need it. But Boone just said, okay, let's go.
Yeah, well...
So, let's be humans.
Yeah, well, what happened was Boone knew they were going to challenge.
Right, they didn't know which one.
They have to say we're challenging the play at home or we're challenging Judge at third. So he's waiting for Carlos Mendoza, Mendy, as they call him, to get told by, what's their replay guy's name? Webby or something like that?
I think it's Esposito or...
Zach Esposito. I think it's Webby. Yankees replay guy. Anyway, so he's... Brett Webby. He's waiting for them to tell Webby to tell Mendy to tell Booney, challenge Judge or challenge DJ. And then as soon as he hears the umpire say so we got a hard out, that's it. He's like, well, fuck it, challenge.
Yeah.
And then the ump says, no, too late. It's just come on. The goal is to get it right.
Right.
Now, I mean, I don't think anything would have gotten overturned anyway, and that's what Boone said. After the fact, they looked at all the camera angles and it wouldn't have gotten overturned, and I agree with that from all the angles that I saw. But
the only part I would disagree with that is we just don't know. Yes, but the whole thing is human error, and how many times have we seen replay and thought something would happen and it didn't? So,
but it would have been
interesting to see.
It has to be blatantly clear for them to overturn the call in the field.
Right.
Judge was out. You could tell that.
Yeah.
DJ and Judge being tagged, because he didn't replay it.
Yeah.
Neither broadcast showed multiple angles of that.
Yeah.
Where if they went to replay, I think both broadcasts would have went we'll find this angle, find all of it. So I think what Boone said in his postgame is we went and saw all the angles, and we don't think it would have been overturned. And judging from the one we saw, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I mean, I do think, again, that could be a reflection of the replay system, and you still just want to get the challenge out. And, the Yes Crew was on Booney about that, and, he kind of was. He was just waiting for the final second.
It was short. It was
tight.
Really short. So
it was tight. It was ridiculous. It was shocking watching from home, and... everyone kind of put it together at the same time. The only reason he could be that mad is if they took away the run, which no way they did.
And then they did.
Yeah,
I guess I'd sum it like this. The umpire cutting Boone off at fault.
Yeah.
Should have just, it was 1 second, dude. And
Right.
Judge, major fault for going to third there.
Yeah.
Like, major fault because you just took away a run and ended the inning. It's just the dumbest base running.
It can't be a chance.
And he said, like, just trying to be aggressive, but I should play it safe. And it's like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to stay at second there because it guarantees the run scores and it guarantees the inning stays alive and you're in scoring position. But this is like no-brainer stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there would be an argument if Tanner Scott was still out there because he was being so wild that it's like, hey, maybe if, a runner on third could really be impactful. Like, you're one pitch away. There's no spin zone, man. And Judgy ate it, but, hey, that's, my bad doesn't always solve the problem. Like, that's a pretty tough one on a night where runs were tough to come by. And then, the other, you do a run off the board from the replay, non-replay whole situation. And then, you probably should have had another at bat anyways and not been in that situation if Judge doesn't go for it. And then, C on that. And it's the right call. And, David Cohn will tell you about it. But the Orioles got their final run on a balk. And you're just sitting there at the end of the night like, was this fun? Like, honestly, the best part of my night last night was when they put the final box score on the screen and they said 2 hour, 41 minutes. I was like, oh, well, okay. At least I got a little night to play with.
David Cohn was like, what did Coney say? Like, yeah, it's one thing being bad, another being boring. It's just like a bad game.
Yeah.
20 pitches ahead in the count in the zone. I mean, that doesn't even count 0-0 pitches that are in the zone.
Right.
Or like 0-1, which really, that's
1-1 should still be a hitter's count.
I can do that. You want me to include 1-1?
You can. I mean, it's a little bit beating the dead horse at this point.
But it's just
the same story.
It's just nuts.
Year.
I'm not counting 2-2 because they're a strike away from striking out then.
That's a tough spot.
Yeah. Oh, this is easy. I can click ahead in the count, and then I can just add 1-1. The best ever.
The best ever, Randy Rosarena.
The Yankees for a second there. So that's the Boone ejection conversation.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Whatever. I mean, it's very funny. He's so mad. So mad. He said that's horseshit 5 times in a row without breathing in between. 25. It ups it from 20 to 25 if you include 1-1 counts.
Is he going to get like a suspension for like mouth-to-mouth Covey stuff?
Still no hits. Maybe. I don't know because they're 85% now. Right. So they don't have to wear the mask, which is just a perfect storm. All of Boone's ejections come perfect storms. Like the Savages came on a day game with no one in the crowd because it was a makeup game on a weekday. Yeah. This one comes the first game in 2 seasons where Boone doesn't have to wear a mask and he gets ejected. And now we see him just screaming and can easily read his lips.
Might get something because I don't know what like the rules with umpires are. There might still be stuff there.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets one.
It'd be like 1 game.
Just because of the optics of it.
Yeah.
2 guys face-to-face wanting to kiss, but just not strong enough to do it.
Yeah. The good news is they're swinging at more pitches in the zone than before. There didn't get any hits yesterday.
I mean, these guys are going to hit, Jim. A friend of yours told you that once.
Mm-hmm. They're going to hit. It's all they ever do. Some of them will. It's bizarre that they're all, like, no one is stringing together a good 2 weeks. Usually, at least we got Voit, or at least we got Judge, or at least we got Gleyber, or like one time it was at least we got Clint. Like, usually there's always 1 or 2 guys.
There should be one who's hot and at least one other who's like a half point.
Yeah.
Looks good. We don't have that.
Which moves us on to our next segment.
New segment.
Longest stretch, which I just kind of officially am doing now. We're going to do this, and it's going to get fun at one point.
Sure.
Right now, the longest stretch of good stats by a Yankee hitter is 9 games. 9 games.
Godly.
No one, and only one hitter. No one else has good stats in the last 9 games at all.
Yeah.
But Gio Urshela, you go back 9 games, 292 batting average, 346 on base, 971 OPS. Killing it.
It's good.
The next best is Stanton.
just so funny when you say, I mean, high even. Like, the OPS there for Gio is obviously really good.
But a 9-game stretch, a hot 9-game stretch usually is like...
His career Yankees batting average is higher than that. The 292.
I think all his stats are. Maybe not the OPS.
Not the OPS, that's what I was saying. But, yeah, I mean, no, it's been tough times. I mean...
Stan has a better OPS over the past 9, just worse average.
Garrett and the bullpen been hot, but...
No, yeah, just hitters I'm doing.
The hitters, man, I mean...
We'll come back. Eventually, it'll be like 4 guys in the last 2 weeks are hot.
The Yankees are 29th in OPS.
They're like bottom in a lot of...
30th in batting average.
Yeah, the offense is...
Just insane, man.
League-wide bad.
It's bad. Good job, Gio.
Good job, Gio. Longest stretch.
Keep it going. Get that cleanup hole today.
You think so? Well, we'll guess the lineup at the end of the show.
We're going to guess the lineup at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. But first...
We're going to go to our segment called May Flowers, or are we doing an injury report, which we called We Miss You? Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do We Miss You quick, because it's not a ton.
We Miss You. This segment's called We Miss You.
Where are you?
I'm so sorry.
The Yankees stink, and we want you back.
Luke Voigt. On his way, Jake. You excited?
I am, man. I got that little bit of a taste, I think, when we were doing the series recap episode of what the top of that lineup can feel like when he's back. Did you see the picture of him at is it Scranton, where everyone is?
I think so.
It was like freezing. I think it was like 41 degrees. And so everyone was bundled up except Luke Voigt in the sleeveless. Because, it's Mighty Ducks. So, at this point, how could you not be excited for Luke Voigt to kind of, last year's home run champ, lock down first base, that kicks DJ to second, and hopefully, I talk about it with bullpens, the ripple effect that can come with that. If there could be a Luke Voigt ripple effect, holy smokes, would I like that.
Yeah, it's really nice. What's his timeline? Did they say a week? Is he going to take at bat soon? I'm trying to find it, but
Luke Voigt timeline.
I thought they said early May. Like, are we 2 weeks away?
Babes, you got anything? I don't know.
I don't remember an official update on the date. I mean, when it happened, they said well before June. Just a crazy way to phrase it.
Well, he's going to be playing in Scranton in games. Well, they don't have games until May 3rd or whatever.
And they've been doing scrimmage stuff with the.
So it's not going to be till mid-May
ones.
then. They're going to give him a week of AAA at bats.
Think so?
I think so. Boone's quote was he'll be in Scranton early part of next week and then hopefully get a few games under his belt down there as well. But they're not playing games until May 3rd. Or are they still doing alt-site games? Or did those get paused?
I think they still do them. They only play the Phillies and there aren't real stats. And
when was that Boone quote?
22nd.
22nd. So next week is now,
Mm-hmm.
and he's there.
He's there. But are they playing games there?
I think they're still alt-siting games. Them and the Phillies.
think they still do that a few
banging
days a
it
week.
around.
Okay. If it was normal, they'd give him like 7 games or maybe even 5, like a week's worth of games. But I have no idea with the alt site and the no real game situation. Just going to face the same Phillies pitcher. I don't know if that's a good way to prep.
It's not like we're fighting over who comes out of the lineup.
I got him coming back May 8th, May 9th. That's my bullshit random ass guess.
May 8th, May 9th. Let's see. Today's April 27. How about
It's a week and a half away. My guess.
I think I've got it.
Well, yeah.
Think about who Luke Voigt is.
Yeah, I was thinking he gets the cupping done. He's married.
Tough guy.
Yes.
Says
sweetheart.
He's telling himself, boys, season starts. Dad's home. Know when the season starts for him? Tuesday, May blank. Houston Astros in town.
May 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
He doesn't like Star Wars,
He
though.
hates Star
Yeah,
Wars.
that's
He doesn't get it.
No. No, I never got into that.
I just don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of me. It's kind of me with Star Wars.
A little bit.
All right, you have May 4th. I have May 8th. I have the weekend after the Houston series. That's the Void update. Britton will start throwing soon.
Britton.
And he will really help out the bullpen and just give it one extra body of length.
Yeah, I mean, anything that's been good on the Yankees has pretty much come from the bullpen. They're second in ERA, first in WHIP. But yeah, I mean, Britton, he's been so good for the Yankees since he's been here. And yeah, that's going to open up a whole nother round of conversations, but we're going to have a lot of time to let that breathe. He's supposed to first throw off a mound, and then end of May, we'll see. But
I'm still not I'm expecting him mid-June earliest.
it would be cool when the Yankees start caring about games and we can say, hey, Tyone, get it to Johnny Laza, Chad Green, Britton, Chappie.
Yeah.
That'll be really nice.
Yeah, it would have helped to have that extra arm in this early stretch when pitchers aren't going deep at all.
Yeah, and we started to put that together, and then we put it together on the inside. Like, we knew this starting rotation wasn't going to be gangbusters, but when you really think about Tyone and Kluber coming back from what they've been through, the expectations for this starting pitching, especially for the month of April, was super low. And they kind of lived up to it.
Yeah. Yeah. May flowers?
April showers, bring May flowers.
It's brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. They are giving out free money. You choose a NFL team, and you can turn $1 into $100 in free bets if a quarterback is drafted first overall on Thursday night. Wait, you don't even have to choose a team? You
It's
just
free
bet
money.
You just bet that a quarterback's going to be drafted first overall?
Yeah, which the Jaguars have fully announced that they're taking Trevor Lawrence.
So this is free money in bets?
Yes.
Okay. So turn $1 into $100 in free bets, and it's simple. All you have to do is place a wager on any draft day outcome, and you will be eligible to win $100 in free bets if a quarterback is selected first overall. Yeah, that's as free as it gets. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code JOMBOY when you sign up for a chance to turn $1 into $100 in free bets. That's right, DraftKings Sportsbook is letting you turn $1 into $100 in free bets if a quarterback is selected first overall this Thursday night. Don't forget, enter code JOMBOY during sign-up. Yeah, don't forget, guys.
Don't forget that.
Don't forget, that's how we get helped out here. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or West Virginia only. New customers only. Winning paid out in free bets. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9...
With it.
Hell yeah.
With it real good.
There's a commercial, and there's a tune on a commercial that goes during Yes games. It's just like a beat. It's been stuck in my head, and I was trying to figure out where is this. Oh, I wish I had it in my head right now. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like a womp, 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 womp. Not that at all.
Okay.
But that's what
you're thinking.
Next time I see the commercial, I'll tell you, because it gets stuck in my head all the time. April showers bring May flowers. Now we're a week out, but Jake wants to get excited for May.
Need something, man.
When May does roll around.
When I roll around.
What are you excited for?
Jim, April flowers. April showers bring May flowers. We got a taste of it in Cleveland. There will be happy times a-coming. Hopefully Luke Voit sets off that chain reaction. But I was trying to think of, what can we start to kind of dial in and lock up a little bit? What can we look forward to? I don't want to step on your toes. Obviously, DJ came to mind. He's got a case of the rollover still, but that should get fixed. I think one thing that we should be more excited about, Gleyber Torres should hit. Gleyber Torres should hit. And I know I was running hot after the Whatever series suck the most. There's a lot of them. But, Gleyber Torres' career coming into this season, he had an OPS that started 834, which is good, especially for the shortstop position. But that's good. And his 309 games. So that was coming into the season. He's gotten off to a woeful start. 208 batting average, a 315 on base, and a 548 OPS. That's 21 games. Jim, last year, he started pretty slow.
Mm-hmm.
Gleyber Torres, last year, he started out, I took some notes, got some math on it. It's a math pun. Gleyber, the first 24 games of last year.
Yes.
So we played 21 this year, 24, the first 24 of last year. A 231 batting average, a 295 slugging, a 636 OPS. Not that crazy off from how he started this year. So I'm not saying, Gleyber's 23-24, let's not give him a Mark Teixeira slow starter tag. But we saw that last year. The final 18 regular season games, he had an 842 OPS, a 371 on base. He was looking good. And then his playoff run, which a lot of us may remember, maybe not, 7 playoff games, 435 batting average, 567 on base, and a 1.262 OPS. So you combine the final 7 playoff games with the regular season games, Gleyber was feeling good to end last year. So Gleyber Torres should be expected to be a solid hitter. And I think that's funny when we went to Luke Voigt Dreamland the other day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We said, okay, DJ up top, because we believe DJ's going to figure it out. It's DJ LeMahieu. We've seen him be nothing but great for the Yankees except the start of this year. The Judge Stanton thing, we believe in those guys. Stanton runs a little hot and cold. Judgy's usually pretty dialed in as long as there's someone to protect him and pitch to him. In theory, that could be Luke Voigt. In theory, that could be Stanton. We'll see how the top 4 of the lineup manifests itself. And then, we mentioned the other guys, like how we've been doing whoever's cleaning up is the hot guy.
Yep.
Rugi's been up there. Gio got a day. Gary got a day. And we were saying that the 5th spot should be that guy, right? If whoever's hot, they should protect, if it's clean up Stanton or clean up Voigt. They should have another guy protecting them. Whether that's, a lot of guys in this lineup are really good and can hit and get hot. Whether it's Hicksy, Gary, Gio, we got options. Hell, Clint, when he's right. The next name we should say is Gleyber. Like, Gleyber has proven that he can hit, and we've seen Paul O'Neill talking about his at-bats, and he's been doing this monster before he gets the first strike swing that we haven't seen any results from. It's like, hey, man, you might have to put that in the bag because there's no proof of that working. So I think if April continues, and we'll see, the next 3 games to match the 24 from last year, but Gleyber Torres should be part of that equation. We should be talking about the hot spot in our lineup should be the 6 hole. And so I do believe when May comes around, and hopefully it kicks in before then, that Gleyber Torres should be hitting.
Yeah. I don't know if you just worded it oddly or whatever, but you said and then Gleyber? You had him behind Hicks and Clint? I would have him ahead of all those people.
No, I was talking about who could be hot.
Yeah.
So
well, if you were to put all the struggling hitters into a bucket.
Right.
And you put them into may not ever have a good season versus definitely going to come around.
Right.
Gleyber's in the definitely going to come around bucket.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When we talk about the excitement in the top of that lineup with Voigt coming back, Gleyber should be in that crew.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
But did you have Hicks and Clint in there?
No, I was talking about how guys get hot, and we've had a hot spot. That spot should come after Gleyber. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. You're talking about in the lineup.
Yes.
Not in the list of getting hot.
No.
Yeah. Gleyber should be DJ, Judge, Stanton, Voigt, Gleyber. Those 5 guys. We shouldn't, long-term, not worried about Gleyber sitting. Now, Clint, Gary, Hicks.
There's questions.
And actually, Hicks I have above Clint and Gary.
Yeah.
Because his game is different.
I do think he needs to be lumped in for now because what he doesn't have from those guys is an injury factor. I mean, he had the Tommy John, and we kind of haven't seen him full tilt since then. So I would lump them with them, and I think that's
just
fair.
Injury-wise?
Yeah.
Gary and Clint are 2 more weeks away from not starting games at all.
Like 1
week? Yeah, both those guys are. And Gary looks so bad, and Clint still doesn't swing.
Higgy's look.
And Clint's doing this thing where he looks at pitchers after they walk him like, you little bitch, you walked me. And it's like, well, dude, you don't swing.
Maybe he's confused, so he's trying to keep that bravado up because
when he does that right now it's very much from Talladega Nights, like, I'm confused about your tactics.
Yes.
So I'm going to stand here and act tough
until
I'll figure it out.
I think he had 2 3-0 counts in his walks last night.
Yeah. Like, wait, hold up. Do they know I'm not? What? You don't know that I'm not swinging?
He has walks in the past 6 games. His batting average is 083. His on base is 450. It's bizarre.
He's just,
It's bizarre.
And then Gary just can't hit anything right now.
Yeah, man.
He looks awful.
It's tough, man. Especially,
I'd go to platoon right away with those two. Like, who cares?
The
start
best,
Higgy more. Start Gardy / Talkin
especially
more.
since Higgy is the closest guy we have to someone who's hot.
Higgy's playing great, and
maybe if you play him more, that gets exposed. But
the pitchers clearly like
happen.
him more, and that's Clint's best thing he's got going for him is that Gardy's been bad, and Talkman in sporadic playing time has been all right, but the Yankees don't fully believe in Talkman yet. He has not won them back, and Clint can point to the last 6 games and saying, like, they're not pitching to me. I'm getting on base.
It's so weird.
And, like, I'm partially with Clint here because, like, last night, it's not like it wasn't like a 1-2 count and Clint fouled something off. Like, it was 3-0.
No, yeah. They're not pitching for him.
Take the walk, dude. That's he's probably been like him, Stanton, and then might be Clint as the 3rd most productive player in our lineup just by getting walked.
Yeah, maybe.
Bizarre. But going back to the Mayflowers.
When did he start getting walks? When did Clint change?
It's like this year.
This year.
It's April 21st. So he had a good 420. But yeah.
Yeah, it's April 21st. Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
So he legit, when he went public and said, I'm a tick late on the fastball, instead of trying to swing out of it, which I thought might be the strategy, he legit said, I'm just not going to swing.
It's weird. There's no other way to get around it. 5 strikeouts, 8 walks.
How many hits does he have since all that?
1 hit. I think it's that blooper over the first baseman. So, like...
That's bizarre, man.
No, man, I mean, straight bizarre. Straight bizarre.
Wild. Gleyber. I agree with you. Like, Gleyber's offense, not worried about it long term. I think he just needs to change his swing.
He's
like
going...
It's kind of like a very easy, like, stop doing that.
Stop doing the one power swing in at bat to get yourself behind because it hasn't worked at all. Do your nice swing that worked and got you to the show, and when you connect with it right, it still leaves Yankee Stadium, and it still leaves Camden Yards. Like, just trust it, man. And I think he will. So I'm excited for those Mayflowers. Hopefully that can be a multiplier with Voit. And that's where you get that scary part of the Yankees lineup. 6 dudes that are going to give you a tough time. And they haven't had that all year. Rugi cleaning up. 40 sneaking up the lineup, cleaning up. Like, I'm sorry. I know the baseball season's tough and you got to have guys step in, but not up there. So Gleyber will start hitting. And I know it opens up another can of worms, but analytically, defensively, he's grading out great so far this year, which
Gleyber?
Bizarre, yeah.
It's been like since that April 21st date for Gleyber defensively, there's only been the one miscue when Monty was trying to get out of the 5th inning and he ran in front of the base and missed it. Other than that, he hasn't, and that's, maybe it's kind of routine, but he hasn't botched a routine throw in a while. And do you know what he's doing? He's just not being cool anymore.
He had the one throw off the bag last night.
Did he?
Yeah, he looped it a little. They got a double play right after. It wasn't bad though. Like it was just.
I can't remember it. Was it early in the game?
No, it was later.
Was it after Boone got ejected?
I think it was like right before that. It could have been after. I can go check. What's your Mayflower there?
I don't know, man. I've been trying to think. I think Gleyber's the best one. I think there's not a lot of guarantees. Like like besides Voit, we already talked about Voit, so obviously that. So I was trying to go to the pitching side, and I'd like someone to establish themselves between Tyone, Gleyber, Monty, and Herman.
Yeah.
I got no bets at who it would be. I got no lean. I have Monty, Tyone, and Herman kind of like 1, 2, 3. But if it's like a carnival game where you got to spray water at the bullseye and then the horses are dancing across the screen.
I sucked at that game. Drove me nuts.
You don't have a steady hand.
I know, Jim.
Yeah.
This can still make me mad.
Okay. But it's obvious why you sucked.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't have played it.
It's a fun game.
It's basically a steady hand contest.
It's the fucking coolest game there is at a carnival.
When you have like 5 people and like your whole family sits down and does it, it's a really fun game. Yeah. Well, I don't know who's in the lead. Like I have Gleyber kind of behind, but I have the other 3 just like overtaking. Right. But I need someone to fully overtake.
Go.
Oh, you're the other guy that we feel comfortable about giving us 6 innings of a winnable game every 5 days. So I don't know. I'm excited. I think we're going to get it. I do think there's so many options that one of them will do it.
Yeah.
I just don't know who.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know it's not the feeling in Yankee land. I'm excited to see Gleyber tonight. Cuz he got extra rest, right? Because I mean, Herman and Davey pitched. So he got an extra day. And this is going to be
He last pitched on the 21st.
Today's the 27th. So yeah, he got
at 5 days rest.
Yeah. So, and this is going to be his 4th or 5th start. So Lindsey Adler came out with a nice article on him.
But he
today.
pitched on 6 days rest last game and 5 days rest the second game. So it's not actually like different.
Right. But I was thinking about it as more of a gym routine. Like the first time you get back in the gym, the first time you go back, you feel it. It's, you're like, how can I be this sore? This is impossible. You go back the second time, it's kind of the same thing. And you're like, okay, working out sucks. Like I might be out on this. You go the third time, and you're like, okay, this wasn't too bad. Like, I don't have to walk weird for a day. I'm hoping pitching-wise, I'm assuming it feels the same way when you push your body to the maximum limits and you throw 80 pitches. And Gleyber's going through that, so I am starting to get a point where hopefully he can be a part of the carnival race, because I agree right now he's behind it. But, yeah, man, it's like baseball kick in at some point. Herman's last start was good. Like, if Herman's next start is good, he's ahead in the carnival race pretty big. And it's still insane that 2 good starts gets you there. But, yeah, I mean, someone's got to. You got to. Monty?
Someone's got to.
Drop some, Monty.
How come I can't find the walks per inning? You know what I always have trouble finding on this website, Baseball Reference, is whip.
Whip.
In the game log. I think they just don't have it part of the game log.
Game log. And by the way, it wasn't an error on Gleyber. They called an infield single, and it was right after the Boone ejection.
So that's why I didn't see it.
That makes sense.
I didn't see anything after the Boone ejection.
No.
I was grabbed in and was working. But I remember Michael K. saying it was a generous change to a hit from an error.
That's probably an error.
Okay.
That's probably an error. So, again, that's why errors can get tricky. Because humans score them.
What's 18 plus 11?
That is 27. Bang. No,
Okay.
that's wrong. 29. Got to go up. When it's 9, you bring it down. When it's
We're
11, you go
fucking
up.
so dumb.
It's not a math pot. Like, that's never going to change.
Yeah, you're in.
Like, what?
All right, so he's allowed.
Who's he? by the way?
Gleyber.
Okay.
He's allowed 29 hits or walks so far. Hits plus walks in 15 innings.
Yeah.
So he basically allows 2 base runners an inning.
193.
That's awful.
Not good.
So need him to turn it up.
The
2 base runners an inning is really bad.
really bad. I mean, the walks, Jim, twice when he was the clue bot, he led the league in walks per 9 innings.
Really, even when he was at his best.
In a good way.
Oh, yeah, he's a control pitcher.
Yes. So right now, in his prime clue bot, he was giving up less than 2 walks per 9 innings. He's currently 6.6.
Not good.
So again, hopefully we're still figuring it out, and this is part of the process. But
Yeah, Tyone's is different. I mean, Tyone's isn't great. He allows right now like 1.3 base runners an inning. Not great, but it's better than 2.
no, I mean, no, 127 is right around his career whip. Like that's not an awful starting pitcher whip.
Good stuff. And then Herman, I mean, giving up a lot of hits, but it's better. Everyone's better. All right.
Kluber's behind in the horse race.
Yes, I wanted to justify myself to see if I came in negative and
You
see
were
if I'm just
just.
overdoing it or if it's actually like correct according to what my eyes are doing, and it is correct according to what my eyes are doing.
You are just.
Okay. That's huge. You know what? Remember we were watching the game when Gleyber pitched the other day? Since we're on Gleyber, I guess we're just doing a Gleyber a little bit.
There you go.
And he's starting tonight, so this works.
Yeah.
They said on the broadcast, I think it was Boone or someone said that career-wise, he's awful in April. Like he is a slow starter.
Slow starter.
I never actually dug into those numbers because if there is truth to that, I'm interested.
Right.
Career ERA in April is 4.01. Easily the highest of his career. The next highest is 3.36 in May. So he is a June, July, August pitcher. His career ERAs in June, July, August all start with 2.
Yeah.
So I will take that into account
The horse race.
and allow it. Like, okay, let's get to some hot weather.
Especially missing a couple years.
Yeah. So, okay.
I'll
That
make-
does make me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
We'll wait to overreact again till June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, or tonight.
Yeah, it can easily happen. So
No, I
easily.
will overreact tonight.
Overreact in the day of.
When he puts a pitch over the plate to Cedric Mullins, I will overreact.
The YouTube chat is talking about how CC called us out for overreacting
Yeah.
on R2C2.
Yeah.
But, like, yes, you're not a diehard fan of the Yankees, CC.
Fans.
You played for them. You had a lot of skin in the game.
Still does, right?
Yeah, it was an advisor.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, CC will tell you, like, well, how do you react to a Raiders loss? And he'd be like, yeah, same
Right.
way. So
And
that's fandom. Imagine being a fan that didn't react or overreact. Like, come on, man. That's the whole thing. That's the whole game we're
that's
playing.
the game.
Yeah. So my May April showers, May flowers is which pitcher is going to get the leash taken off and give us 6 innings every start. Because, a lot of these pitch counts are going to go away a little bit. They're babying them. They baby Davey for no reason last night.
Will be a Tanaka. Yeah, I kind of thought they were going to do that just because he hasn't done any, like, high-pressure pitches. So twice through the lineup, they pulled the plug. What'd you think? That was kind of what I expected from Davey. First start.
Completely different pitcher than last year. That's why I was going into the pitch mix and analytics.
Yeah.
Like, I was saying I'm interested in his secondary pitches on the pregame show, and I was interested in the changeup. He just threw a slider.
Yeah.
He didn't like his curveball was a second pitch, but he kind of scrapped it.
The couple changeups he tried to throw were awful. They, didn't get to the plate.
Yeah. Well, he scrapped his curveball because his release point on the curveball is like 5 inches higher than his release pitch on the fastball. So they're saying like it's pretty easy for batters to pick up on that. So instead of fixing that, they're just throwing the slider more because his curve is nasty. His curve has like a 2,600 spin rate.
Yeah.
His slider doesn't. So I adjust the positioning of your hand before scrapping the pitch is what I'd guess. We'll see. It's only one start. And
It's one start. And
he also, after Mullins threw, I don't know if it was him or Gary or collectively, after Mullins hit that fastball home run, he kind of just stopped throwing fastballs. Early in counts, he started going Tanaka where he's trying to use the fastball as a strikeout pitch. Yeah. When last year he threw like 66% fastballs and 60% first pitch fastballs. So I was interested in how much he changed up his attack method. Just one start, so we'll see how it goes. But
yeah, one start. The slider went up. The final numbers are on it: 38.5% fastball, 29% slider, 20% curveball, 12% change. So, Davey's got a pitch mix, which is cool. I felt like no feel of the changeup last night. He dropped a couple really nice first pitch curveballs. Mm-hmm. It was looking like he was not using that as the put away pitch, but the get ahead pitch. But yeah, I think I think Davey, and I hope we get to follow it for a few years, is the I think there's going to be days when he's got different stuff in the cannon, and hopefully he can adjust as he goes.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm interested to see how he's going to be a pitcher that can get through lineups twice every 5 days. Because right now I don't kind of see it. His fastball's not fast.
He threw a couple heaters last night.
Yeah, he did.
96 on the gun.
Yeah, he dialed that up because he sat 91 all last year.
Yeah, that's where I think you and I differ on the heater. I think he uses different speeds on the heater as part of his pitch mix. Like, I think he goes to 93. I thought last year he went to 93, 94 when he wanted, and then he'd go 91 and maybe cut it a little more. We'll see. I mean, we're still so new in Davey Garcia, and I'm obviously excited, so I get I'm on that side of the coin. But I think that's part of Davey's game, and I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
If he can mix in that touch in 95, 96 every couple fastballs, I do think that can be good for him. And he won that. Was it his last batter with Urias? Was that the 8-pitch, 9-pitch battle? Because those are always scary, and it was cool to see him win that one.
I think that they and he are still figuring out what his big league repertoire is going to be. He's young,
for sure.
And I'm feeling that's what I'm doing the same thing. Like, oh, you're going slider heavy now. That was your fourth pitch. Now it's your second pitch.
I mean, think about it, man. We're about 3 years away from that. Like, the kid's 21. He
super young. Yeah.
In a normal year, he would have had full development in the minor leagues last year and stuff like that. So he's going to be learning on the fly for the next 3 years.
I like his presence.
He showed a little emotion last night too. Last year he did the I'm cool, I'm composed. He got that. He won that battle, and he let out a little. I'm hard for Davey. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. CC.
I'm trying to find his max velocity last year. I don't know where to find it.
I'm in love with the velo.
I know how to find that.
He knows how to find it. He will get it soon.
Davey sent down, Mike King back up. What's the next segment we're doing here on the show?
Next segment we do down here on the show is Cool Runnings.
Is that what we're going to
Cool
next?
Runnings, then lineups.
Wow, Cool Runnings. I don't have the soundbite prepped, but I'm going to get it because obviously.
Cool Runnings. That's a movie that gets a laugh out of you every time.
It's a great movie, man. It's got my favorite, like, serious, serious life quote that I.
So it's got your number one serious motivational life quote.
Yes.
Okay.
When he says, if you're not enough without it, you'll never be enough with it. Mm-hmm. And I think about that a lot, honestly, in like a serious way. Like, what are my goals and what am I chasing? And then it's like, well, what am I actually, It's a good quote.
Go on.
I'm trying to play the soundbite.
Okay.
Now look in the mirror and tell me what you see.
I see Junior.
You see Junior.
Such a fuck.
Well, you want to know what I see? I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother who don't take no crap of nobody.
Who you standing in the mirror?
Who do you got, Jim?
Who are you motivating?
Where you at?
Mike King.
Ooh, okay.
Nelson's down, King.
Okay.
He's played himself out of his role. You want to stick around? Just do more of what you're doing. You're beautiful.
Yeah.
Haven't allowed a one earned run all season or something like that. In his 2 outings, you've been fantastic. The velo's ticking up. The pitches are great. Attacking the zone, getting ground balls. You just got called back up. Hey, there's a position available. Nelson lost it. You can stick around if you want. Unless they fuck you over. But I think there's a chance they may not. So let's just have one more good outing. And then live the good life for a couple weeks. Like, let's let them know, like, no. You gave Nelson the job over me. I get it because I can throw more innings than him. I can throw short innings, too, if you need them.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like this team needs a long guy. You guys are using that lefty specialist for 4 innings sometimes. I can stick around. And I'll just get ground balls and get outs. So that's what I'm telling Mike King. Like, there's an opening now. Last time they called you up, you were getting sent back down right away.
Gone.
But Nelson, he lost a spot.
Yeah.
It's all yours, Kinger. Go grab it.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
Beautiful. I still think they're just going to mess with him the whole year.
I think there's a chance that he can grab the spot until Britton comes back if he just forces their hand. Because imagine how loud it's going to be. It's already somewhat loud. Oh, our third best pitcher that goes more than 2 innings, you're not keeping around. And if he does it again, it's going to get even more loud.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, yeah. He's been our second best starter, basically. Right? It's Cole, then King?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't started a game.
Second best person that pitches multiple innings. Second best 3-inning or more pitcher on the team.
Licky stands up tight.
He's got some blue pits.
It's been good lately. I almost gave mine to Licky, my pump-up speech. But it's of a very similar vein. Like, you can change your life this upcoming month.
Yeah, it's true.
Because things go good. Might have 2-3 more years as a major leaguer. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the game.
I do it.
You can't shake it.
I do it to Katie at home, too. It's cracking me up.
I like it. Do you think you got through to King? You need like one more punch or something.
No, I think he's such a nice guy.
Okay.
That I'm trying to get an edge out of him here.
Yeah.
Like, fucking take it, man. And he's like, well, they're going to make the decisions they make. And, Nelson's pretty good. He's probably going to get another chance, too. And it's like, King, you're the second best 3-inning and more pitcher so far this season.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. In my movie scene, right before Kinger leaves, you just give him the, not if you do it again.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
It's perfect.
Is he coming in after Kluber today? I mean, we'll do this on the pregame show. Is it just Kluber to King today?
I don't think so. The Yankees are in let's win a series mode, as you saw yesterday. Like, they used a couple of their good guys. I think they'd like to go Kluber, Johnny, Chad Chapman.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll do it longer on
Talkin
the
Yanks
show.
pregame show, probably around 4 p.m. today. If you guys like us, we'll be live with Colton Wong on Instagram at 3:30. So that's cool. Not very Yankee-centric. We'll spin it there.
Brewers. Do you want to be a Yankee? Final question.
Do you want to be a Yankee? Good job.
By me or King?
I think you got through to King.
Thank you.
I think you need to hear it.
Someone in the YouTube chat cracks me up, and you know this, and I know it upsets you when I talk about how much I like it. Someone said, why hasn't Cole been dominant? And it's like, what is your version of dominant?
What's your day-to-day like that you had to pop in here and say that?
Or the fact that you look at Cole's numbers and his, like, how he's pitched,
I think it's just troll. That's where I tap out. Because you can't look at the numbers and say he hasn't been good.
I don't think
You're
he's
not
trolling.
a baseball fan.
I think it's honest.
I think he got you.
Well, he's only been 130% better than the league average, so.
Yeah.
1.71 ERA for Garrett this year. So. Might
Who
be a leader for the AL Cy Young.
Who are you standing in front of the mirror?
Jim. It's a tough one, man. It's like a close the door. Like you exchange that look with someone like, hey, it's about to be all out there. It's scary.
Oh, you're pumping him up.
I'm trying.
What are you going to say to remind him?
Saying Gary Sanchez.
Yeah.
God. Judgy looks pretty good, huh? Minus that base running thing. How about that? But Judgy looks all right.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd like him to hit Matt Harvey when he throws fastballs in the zone.
Yeah, but nobody did. Harvey's elite.
Nobody looks all right.
Harvey's elite. You know that Judge guy, everyone loves him. Everyone loves him. Dan Rourke's Twitter's out of control. Gary, you beat him to the hunch, man. It was right. You had that leg kick up. You were swinging. Ball was flying all over the field. I show him the Astros playoff clip. Look at that ball. The gap, Gary. Say, man, it's time. We got excited. You had a good first week. We clapped. We said we love you, Gare. Trevor Plouffe fixed you. Hitting coach extraordinaire, Trevor Plouffe. He's about to change his Twitter name, man. That should scare you. That should scare you, Gary. Higgy. Coolest guy in the world. I get that. I root for Higgy. You root for Higgy. Higgy was in spring training last year saying, I don't have a guaranteed spot on the team. Guess who's closer to not having a guaranteed spot on the team, Gare? It's you. Think about that. You got all the talent in the world.
Going tough love on him.
Tough love it is, man.
Wake up, idiot. You're not paralyzed.
You got all the talent in the world. Is he still at no pass balls this year?
Yeah, I think so.
Gare, guess what? Cool, man. Cool beans. I'm happy for you. You probably put in the work there. Guess where it's time to put in the work? You got to hit. That's the whole reason why you are Gary Sanchez. And if you don't, man, those guys love throwing a Higgy. Higgy looks like he wears 2 mitts sometimes. He just gets a nice grab at it. It's beautiful. Gary, it's now, man. The time is now. Find a couple. In Baltimore. Playing the Tigers at the stadium. Playing the Astros at the stadium. Spark those good memories, Gary. Remind everyone. Start barreling balls. Get that leg up. Barrel the ball. Drive it. Because it's now or never, man. I mean, we're 1 week away from benching. We're 2 weeks away from trade rumors.
Like bad trade rumors because no one's going to trade for him. I don't think that's a little... No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Who's going to trade for him?
I mean, dude, he's got all the talent in the world. Teams love fixing guys.
Change
and
of
they know
scenery
the
guy.
solution.
Yeah, but you're going to get nothing in return.
Yeah, but you clear up $4 million in cap, and does that mean something to the Yanks right now? Sure does.
They'd have to trade
Especially
for
a backup
it'd be-
catcher.
They'd have to trade for a
You'd get
catcher.
some other teams back up. That
Torino's
kinda
getting healthy.
stinks, but
Like I'm telling you, that's not as unreal as it sounds.
we're not 2 weeks from it, but
If it's bad, if the other team stops covering up for everyone's badness, but that won't happen.
Start hitting, Gary. You're cute as hell, and you can hit the ball really hard. Just swing at the fastballs and hit them.
Blocking's been good.
I think the strikeouts are still down. Just start like actually hitting.
Yeah.
Are they still down? Those caught up?
No, he's doing.
Still down? He had 2 last night, I think. But
Yeah, I mean, the last couple games are creeping back up.
Yeah.
He's had 6 in the last 4 games.
Come on, Gary.
Come on, Gary. think you scared him more than empowered him, though.
Fear rules the people, man.
Okay.
Read a book on it.
What was it called?
Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Could be. I don't know the underlying message of that.
Aaron Judge's
I've never read it or seen it.
favorite animal, the penguin.
Did they expand on that? Why is his favorite animal the penguin?
Oh. Tell you why it's my favorite animal.
Yeah, because it's the only animal that commits suicide.
It's hilarious.
Oh.
Wearing a fake tux.
Just cute as hell.
Wobble around on land. Or their natural walking thing is the worst thing they do. Toboggan, fun as hell. Cruise control. In water, they're lightning.
How fast are they in water? Penguins are fast?
They're good swimmers.
How fast do you
Wow.
think a penguin can swim?
I don't know how to gauge this. How fast can the fastest animals? How fast can like a dolphin swim?
Okay.
Because I need some gauge
Ooh,
here.
that's an interesting game. I don't know. How
What
fast can a
animal
dolphin
swims
swim?
the same speed?
So a dolphin can swim 18 miles per hour.
Okay, wow. I'm glad that I figured that out because I would have embarrassed myself with my guess.
Okay.
Dolphins can swim 10.
Penguins can swim 10?
Penguins can.
You're about to look like an absolute fool. I think it's like 50. Penguins can swim. Emperors. How did this not come up? It came up for dolphins. Maybe it's not. Are penguins slow? The emperor penguin?
9 miles per hour.
Is that right?
The fastest emperor penguin can reach 9 miles per hour when in a hurry, but prefers a steady 7 mile per hour. I mean, there's no way a penguin's faster than a dolphin.
22 miles per hour. Bang.
The penguins section of ocean.
Fastest penguin swim speed.
The Gen 2 penguin.
Yeah.
I forgot there's different kinds of penguins.
There's
That
so
stinks.
many penguins.
What's
It's
the
weird.
Gen 2 penguin look like? Because if it comes up and it's not even like it's like.
He looks like a fucking
Yeah,
penguin.
So what's a different kind of penguin look like?
That came
that's
up.
different from the emperor
penguins.
penguin.
Emperors are the biggest. Obviously, they're emperor penguins.
Yeah, that's the traditional penguin that you like. What you think of?
Tradition.
What are the kind of penguins that have hair, like the mohawk?
The Mohawk penguin
Yeah.
Those may be Gen 2s.
might be Mohawk.
But
penguin.
those are the two.
Oh
names I know.
no, those are. I think they're macaroni penguin.
Do you think Judge
All right.
knows anything about penguins? Do you think he just answered a stupid question with a stupid answer? Not a stupid, like he was just like,
Whoa.
I didn't mean
Just
to.
like
Okay.
I just
Okay.
a thoughtless question with a thoughtless answer is what I meant to say. Like, yeah, penguin.
I think that's better. You can like a favorite animal and not have a big reason for it.
Yeah, but if someone asked me my favorite animal, I don't have a favorite animal, so I just say something to say something. Or do you think he's like you, where
Macaroni
he genuinely
penguins. He
loves
likes the
penguins? Okay.
Why not?
Macaroni penguins. Yeah.
Macaroni penguins are the ones with hair?
I can't believe that
Dude, penguins
Jake
are
didn't make
the
that
best.
up. I can't believe you
Yeah,
didn't make
dude.
that up.
Penguins are the tits, man.
This tiny, small penguin's called a rockhopper.
Yeah, that was the next one I was about to look into. How fast can they swim?
How many types of penguins are there? I'd guess like 20. That might be high.
I'm looking at 8 here, but it's just in size order.
How many types of diabetes are there? That's not what I searched.
That's what they wanted. That's
what
what
they-
they're
Rock
trying
hopper
to tell
penguins
you.
surprisingly
That's what they want me to
slow.
look at.
You'd think
18
the little
species
guy.
of penguins.
Nice.
Okay. Which brings us to the lineup.
The lineup today. Oh man, what's the lineup today going to be? Can Stan play? Has he played 5 in a row?
Ooh, I think we're close. I think he sat out. Did he sit out the first game in Cleveland?
Yeah.
So I think this would be 5, right? Because 3, 4, 5.
You can't go more than 5, so even if we're
Right.
not to 5 yet.
I think they're starting him tonight because it's a lefty, Bruce Zimmerman, for the O's. So I do think he's in tonight.
He started 4 in a row.
Keep him in for Bruce.
Wait, hold on. Did he play 6 in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He played 6.
I think
7,
like
8.
literally
He
the
played
5
8 in
games
a row.
after that quote.
Oh, there was off days. There's off days.
Off days.
April.
Yeah. So he played 2 in a row, and then he played 3 in a row. Then he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he has not played 6 in a row yet. They've been honest about that.
Yeah, can't.
That's so ridiculous, man. So he can play today. This is
Yeah.
imagine a fucking
Just huge.
another team's fan base listening to this conversation.
Yeah.
What? He can't play 6 games in a row?
Stan?
God.
Is he like
All right.
roped up?
So he's playing today. I think DJ's going to be back in there. So it's going to be LeMahieu, then Stanton. Judge has played a lot of games in a row. I think they're going to find, I think during this 4-game stretch with Baltimore, they're going to find a day for Judge and find a day for Gleyber. I don't know when they're going to happen. But Judge has played a lot of games in a row now. But I'd hope he's in there. Do you do it? Do you slide Gio up to the 4 hole, or do they like lefty Odor staying there?
I'd slide Gio up.
Lefty starter today.
Yeah. I'll see if Zimmerman's got any split stuff. Yeah, I'd slide Gio up. I tweeted out what my lineup would be this morning. I don't think the Yankees are going to do it. I would move DJ down. I think he just needs a little change of scenery for a minute. I don't think they do that today. I think you're looking at DJ, Stanton, Judge. Gio, probably Rugi or Ford. Maybe they get Ford a day and put DJ back at second. Could see that.
Versus a righty?
It's a
Or
lefty.
lefty.
But they're both lefty.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd do Higgy and Talkman.
I'd start Higgy today. I'd start Talkman today.
Yeah.
I had that in my lineup.
I don't think they're going to do that, but I'd go Higgy and Talkman. I'd keep DJ at leadoff. DJ, Stanton, Judge, Gio, Hicks, Gleyber, Higgy, Talkman. That's what I'd do, I think. I don't think they're going to do that.
You don't think they'll go Higgy today?
No, they might go Higgy. I think they're going to
Okay.
go Clint, though.
I think they might go Talkman because I do think the Yankees still, in their heart of hearts, think Talkman's good against lefties. Because in 29, he was so good at that. Last year, he was a disaster, but he was clearly hurt. And I think his last at-bat in Cleveland, he hit that double off a lefty. So I do think there's a Yankees nerd in there that's pounding the table. Start Mike Talkman versus lefties.
Okay. You might see Ford in there.
Bruce Zimmerman.
Reminder, the closer we get to Voit being back, the more Ford's going to play.
Right. Use up the asset. Zimmerman, slightly better against lefties. Righties have more power. Lefties have better batting average and on base.
So play Talkman.
Talkman. Talk daddy to me.
I'd go Talkin Higgy today.
I like that. I love that as an 8-9.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. I like the lineup that I said.
Gleyber 7.
I'd like it to happen. It won't, but I'd like it.
46. Is Hicks in your lineup today?
Yeah.
Is he?
Hicks?
Yeah.
He was in between Gio and Gleyber, actually. I actually had him batting 5th.
5th. Gleyber.
Which you can switch those. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of righties.
And then Ford and Odor.
Did I even say Odor?
Ford or Odor. I don't think you said them.
I do Odor, but I don't know which one.
Okay.
What just happened? BBD had a heart attack.
Ask Llewellyn in the chat. Judge will come around or my heart will break.
Yeah.
Oh, Llewellyn said that.
Yeah.
Can't have that. Llewellyn sent Caitlin a very, and I think I'm part of it, very nice gift today.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Almost opened it.
She's the best.
Sad to do.
All right, let's go Yanks. Do the Yanks. Yanks, 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 Yanks. Do the Yanks. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams. We'll see you for the pregame show kind of soon in a couple hours. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.